Hello, bonjour, I'm in Paris, and I am here to learn myself, to journey, to understand my life purpose and how I am supposed to benefit humanity. Most importantly, I want to talk about manifesting the life that you want, that you see yourself living. And for me, I manifested, unbeknownst to me, this journey, and then started to understand what I was doing. Because I didn't know at first. I just figured there are things that I'm going through and I don't want to go through them anymore. And I would announce this sometimes in my quiet, not aloud, and then all of a sudden things would change for me. And I wasn't aware that I was actually visualizing these changes and manifesting them without even saying the words that I wanted to see them change. So it prompted me to really go in depth and to really try and understand what was going on in my life. But this didn't happen until after something completely traumatic happened to me, and I had to align my energy with this new beginning I was going through. In New York, after this relationship had to end, it was firstly abusive, mentally abusive, psychologically abusive, emotionally abusive, sexually abusive. And what I didn't know was that I had been through a similar relationship, but I didn't understand what I was going through until I'd gone through this relationship. And I actually had to, in real time, figure it out. And as I'm going through it, analyzing what I was actually going through, because my energy just would change, and I started feeling these ways towards this individual, and I didn't understand what was going on with my inner system. Once I decided to leave, I didn't realize that I was still holding on to the facade of material security because of my instability after leaving. So I wasn't fully on my feet. I didn't know how to redo this. I didn't know how to restart, how to realign myself with my energies. I was so broken down. I didn't know how to repair that on my own, even though my entire life I've been quite independent, quite free. Not even knowing I was free, just going about it with this love of exploring and newness and going about journeys, sometimes even without the support of people that I love, support of people that I thought I could trust. But I still went, even without knowing that I was being so taken care of, so protected by the universe. I get quite emotional talking about it because it is something that is so pure to me. You grow up hearing you have to have faith and you have to trust, and you don't really understand it until you actually have to have faith and you have to trust, and you have to see these circumstances beyond what you know, beyond your comfort zone. I leave this relationship and I am struggling, right? And there are compromises involved. That part is the part that I had to get used to. Now we get to the point where I am figuring out my way. I found myself wanting that independence again, wanting to be able to take care of myself. And so I ended up getting a job. I'd worked in restaurants for years, and so I went back to what I knew. I went back to what I was comfortable doing. However, I was in a car accident a few years back in 2018, and I really hurt my body. So working in restaurants, although a safe space, was no longer the space for me because my body couldn't manage. It couldn't handle what I was, the strenuous kind of activity that I was putting on my body. And so I started to cry out. You know, I need help. I need assistance. I can't really do this anymore. I had been, you know, crying and asking the universe to help me, but not in a way that was like, I need your help. Like, I need this. I'm falling apart. I don't know what to do. So on one of my walks home, I took an unusual route home because I had to talk. I had to be in a quiet space. So I'm talking to the universe, talking to my guides as I'm walking home. And I had been in my head, I had been visualizing finding money on the sidewalk, just finding money. And this night, $20. I just was walking, I see it underneath a tree. $20. Everything changed after that. I started to realize that someone was listening. Someone heard me. I wasn't just talking this talk and being alone. Someone heard me. And so this $20 was just kind of like, hey, boo. And for me, I felt really, I felt alive after this. So I actually had started learning about angel numbers. I had been given this angel number for as long as I could remember, mostly in college. This specific number just kept coming to me. And I would attest it to a different thing, not realizing that it was so specific. Once I started to ask the universe for guidance and help and to see me through what I was going through, to help me kind of release these energies that I was holding on to, I started to see that specific number again. And at the time I was doing my ancestry. I'm sorry, I just got another 55. Change is happening, it's coming. But I've been, for the past few days, I've been getting the numbers about change, and it's something that I've been really channeling, how to release the fear that surrounds change and to trust in the process of the journey. So here we are, looking for this number. I started doing my ancestry, and I was really trying to learn, you know, where I'm from and where is this energy coming from and who do I look like and if I could find names and all this stuff. And so I'm plugging in these different names and dates. And so I use this number as a date to kind of get me to where I am, what I'm looking for. Another 55. You can't imagine. So okay, I'm pulling up these numbers, and I'm trying to figure out where it belongs. Nothing is happening. Nothing is concrete. So I'm starting to stress. I'm like, so what is happening? Because what was happening is I'm plugging in this number and I'm plugging it in, but I keep seeing it day after day. It would be the time, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. So I'm just like, okay, what is going on? So I plug it into Google. Plug it in, and I'm like, why am I seeing this number? Boom, angel numbers. What? Angel numbers? But once you start to venture into your own idea of what spirituality is, you kind of have to learn it yourself, and you have to journey yourself and create your own idea of what this is supposed to be. So there we have it. I am now learning what angel numbers are. And as I'm going through my angel numbers, I am now starting to see them everywhere I go, and I am, plugging them in and trying to understand what's being told to me, etc. And so I get this specific angel number, and usually this angel number is about me releasing, letting go of the things that are in my life that aren't positively serving me. And so I had to let go, and I had to release. Now, going back and forth to this job, I would feel this sunken kind of energy, but I had to do it in order to survive, is how I looked at it. And then I just got tired. I was just exhausted. I was in pain. I didn't know how to continue to go. I didn't want to continue to go. So my angels basically were like, don't go. You have to now trust that we have your back, that we have your best interests at heart, and things will be okay. Bet. Now let me tell you, even the day I quit, I was like completely dressed, ready to go. And I was walking out the door, and then I got my angel number that just said, okay, if you want to, you have to release it. That day I released it. I literally walked away. Afraid, unsure, nervous. I think I was shaking, actually. I didn't know what to do. But I knew that I was being guided to do something for my benefit, so it's what I did. And then I started to stress about how I was going to make ends meet, how I was going to take care of myself. Because see, once something ends for me, I need to know what's going on right then. I need to happen right then and there. I do this, so show me now. I didn't really know how to give my full energy to trusting in the benevolence of the universe. I didn't know how to feel secure in that space quite yet. And so for a few months, I was just going through stressing. Do I need to get a new job? And this is also during coronavirus. So my angels say hi. Another 555. 2 555s, and then 2 55s. And then I get this morning so many 5s. Okay. And so this is the beginning of something amazing and something new for me. So I do have to accept that I am creating the reality that I want by releasing this energy into the universe and being able to encourage someone else to take that journey to understand that what you're feeling and what you're going through, what you're seeing, visualizing for yourself, you're being led to a new chapter in your life. It's a rebirth. You are blessed and quite lucky to be able to have this second opportunity, this second chance. And the universe is just telling you that they have your back. Your angels, your guides, your higher beings of the spiritual realm, they have your back. And they want you to be able to trust in them, to be able to release the fear that surrounds this new chapter in your life, the unknown. And with that being said, some of us are quite specific, very chosen. We have our earth angels and our star seeds and our light workers, and that's really my zone, my area. I do feel quite connected to the universe. It is very important to know that yes, you're not just feeling these things and they have no meaning. They have great meaning, and it's all for the benefit of you, your higher self, and for the benefit of those around you, the people that you can help and the people that you serve by being able to journey. So I get this angel number, quit my job, and then the universe they start the emergency rental assistance program. So here I am, able to pay for my rent. See what I mean? One thing happens, another thing comes into that atmosphere. Not really understanding that at first, because I was still quite stressed out, still unaware of what was going on. But I had started my meditations. I had started seeing more angel numbers, so reading more into that and trying to develop and really just hold onto, grasp onto that energy and learn as much as I could about the things that I was going through, the things that I was witnessing and seeing, and how I was able to ask the universe to provide for me and to show me this path, and then it happening. And it was a lot of introspection. It was a lot of me having to learn myself. And it's like, that's deep. It's, you have this idea of who you are, and then you learn that sometimes you're more specific than you think, and sometimes you're more chosen than you think, and you have more of a job to do, more of a responsibility than you think. That was really overwhelming for me, to be honest, but it didn't stop me from continuing to learn. If the angels were saying a thing, I did this thing. If they were saying go this route, I went this route. Mostly just because I wanted to trust that what I was seeing, what I was being told was my actual path. So I did. I trusted and I went along with my intuition. And that's a big deal. After coming through such a tumultuous situation, relationship, not knowing that I could trust myself, not knowing that I was being divinely guided to be able to, and I won't say get back to that girl that I knew, because I feel so outside of her now. Even though I pull from this past energy, the courageousness and the bravery, the innocence, the purity of that soul, I pull from that energy because it's necessary. But in my present, I am ascending, and that to me feels more powerful and more abundant and a bit more prosperous than what I could have imagined journeying this far outside of my comfort zone. Quit my job, and I took what finances that I had, that I had been given, provided for by the universe, and I moved forward with the vision I had for my life, the vision I had for myself, which was getting my passport. I kept seeing myself getting my passport. I kept on seeing it. And I was being told that it probably wasn't going to work, and I got it during COVID, and so wherever you plan on going, like, rearrange that thought process. There was so much doubt surrounding me. So I had to also learn to release not just negative thoughts and negative processing, but people, negative energies, negative circumstances, and kind of being able to, what I would call is hermit, to place myself in solitude and to rejuvenate, to reaffirm my journey. That yes, I'm going through this, and yes, I don't know what's going to happen, but I have to do this in order to see what does happen. So here we are, rejuvenating and putting myself in a situation where I don't know what's going to happen. However, what I have to process and what I've started to do in this newfound change, in this new arrangement of energy, is think positively. To have my positive affirmations on a daily. So I have to wake up to my positive affirmations too. I have to wake up to my manifestations and wake up to visualizing the life I see for myself. Wake up to meditation and really trying to connect and become one with how I feel, what I see, and then my actions. And this is mostly about trusting the universe, releasing what the world is telling you is your path and your way to go, and trusting that you have a path, sometimes unknown. You don't quite see it yet. But what I would say do is go into a quiet space, write down what your heart feels is the right thing for you to do towards humanity. Write what you feel your heart is telling you to do in order to progress humanity, in order to sustain our communities, to provide healing, to want to see everyone prosper, what feels right to you. Because the world has to change. We are neglecting each other. Sometimes, yes, you do have to go through these things in order to have an appreciation, in order to have a plan to want to help people. And because of my journey, it hasn't been so set in stone. I've had to go through these processes, and I've had to learn how to survive, and I've had to struggle, and I've had to overcome most of my life. But it never stopped me from wanting to do good for other people. So I continue to do that. And because of that, I'm able to see the kind of broken spots. And it makes me want to fix them all. And I know I'm not the only person that feels this way. So I'm in the process of working on a plan for a soup kitchen. I've done my business plan, and so what's next for me is really just having the universe provide my guide to understand how to go about setting things in stone, the foundation that I need. I have this beautiful building in Bed-Stuy that I want to convert, another beautiful building that I want to convert into a rejuvenation space for our homeless community, open plots of land that I want to buy in order to build housing for the elderly. This is how I want to benefit humanity, and then also to be able to provide my story, to tell my story, and being able to express the things I've been through, because I know it's going to bless someone else. I know it's going to help you heal through your own journey, and I really hope this is a beginning stage for you to channel this new journey and to trust yourself to further who you believe yourself to be, who you want to be, to see it, to visualize it, to manifest it, to meditate upon it, and then to just watch how the universe will provide for you. Thank you for watching.